like bulb to my chin. Forgive me for my sin, blue water wash me clean. Everything to an end like bulb to my chin. I wish I didn't know it all. I wish I could stop my heart. I wish I see from afar. I wish I could come apart.
Indonesia are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This fella, Oyarzabal, is one player that's been catching my eye. His best position is on the left wing, although it's almost the antithesis of the modern winger. For example, he doesn't really have pace, doesn't play on the opposite wing, and yet he manages to be so prolific.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Played into space. Sarr cuts out the pass. Oyarzabal. De Bruyne. Indonesia are looking to break at pace. Nicely intercepted. Tierney. Kukcu. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. And it's De Bruyne. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Tierney. Played into space out wide. That's very neat. There's no flag. Played in. Oyarzabal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Oyarzabal really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Vardiol. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, good take in a good area. Crossing header! Oh, it rattles the bar. And it's Zanetti. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Indonesia still without a single shot on target. Cruyff. Zanetti. Serginho. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Cruyff. Oh, this is a... There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Climbs up big! No mistake! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Damian. And it's Zanetti. Damian providing an outlet on that flank. Kukcu. Shifted it to the flank. Played over towards the opposite flank. Indonesia are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. Damian puts the ball in. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Kirkchu. That's gone for a throw-in. Kamavinga. Now Mbappe. And it's Kamavinga. Kamavinga! That's unlucky, just wouldn't come down.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Damian. Kukcu. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. He's through here.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Mbappe. De Bruyne. And the whistle goes for half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Indonesia really are lucky not to be down by more, Peter. The manager's going to have to come up with something a little special to lift these players. Otherwise, this one's as good as done.
Podrá ser expulsada del estadio.
And we're off again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have...
He's had a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Damian. Zanetti. Knocks it into space. Kukcu. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. He's gone for goal! Oh, within an inch or two.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that.
And the keeper's given it away. And he shoots! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are pulling clear here. An act of charity gratefully received.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Kukcu. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barcelona can breathe again, just.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Oh, there's a probing ball. And he's forced to go back. That's a little off target. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned. Cruyff. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he welcomes it in. Tierney pings it across. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's been taken short. Now it's Kukcu. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's De Bruyne. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. De Bruyne really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Mbappe. Now it's Osimhen. Threads one in. And he's on his way! Indonesia do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Serginho. And here's De Bruyne. Oh no, what has happened here? Zanetti, the man synonymous with solidity. And it's De Bruyne. Saar. Oyarzabal. Now it's Gakpo. Mbappe. Now it's Osimhen.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Firmino. Asensio. Hops for safety. Now Saar. And it's Kukcu. Gets into some space. He's picked his way through. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Camavinga.
Firmino really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Vardiol. Serginho. Vardiol. Not the most accurate pass. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that's well seen too.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Asensio. That'll be a throw.
Cambio de jugadores.
Modric. And Soyuncu. It's a pretty loose pass. Zanetti. Mikel Oyarzabal is always looking to break lines. Great chance! And he hits the net! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many.
Minuto 89.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
El dorsal 10. El dorsal
Barcelona
10.
are having a ball here.
Cambio de jugadores. Habrá 4 minutos de descuento.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Pinches it off him. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Serginho. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho. And that will be the final act. Indonesia cannot spin this any other way. They came up against opponents who were thrilling.
I could never feel nobody. I'm only here to party. Why you trying to feel? I disappear. Oh yeah. No time for no bad energy. You don't want no smoke. You don't want none of that. No, no, you won't be my friend of me. I'm sure no love. No time for it. No time for it.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well, there is no question that Eden Hazard, on his day, is one of the world's best, Jim. So how do you interpret the role he's been given here?
Well, we all know he's at his best when he's coming in from that left side, whether it's to drag people away and isolate them or to combine with central attackers. But he also often plays as a 10, as we know, in a free role.
And is that a new dimension to his game?
No, he's been at that for years, and he's just very good wherever he plants himself. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Sunchu. And it's Camavinga. For De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. Can he latch on to this? Well, that pass isn't the best. Camavinga. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Kane running with the ball. Rafinha. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Camavinga. And Dijk wins the duel this time. And here's Mbappe.
Mbappe really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's got away. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that, if only he managed to retain his composure.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Brilliantly cut out. Vardiol.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And here's Kane. Now it's Mbappe. And this is Kane. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Madrid looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't lose the purpose, if they keep the purpose and the urgency, all will be well.
Kane. Now it's Mbappe. Great defending, strong and determined. Long ball by the goalkeeper. There will be a throw-in. And it's De Bruyne. Nicely weighted ball. Jorginho in acres of space. That's a mighty effort! Harmlessly behind. Robertson. And that has left him in a heap. Rudiger. Camavinga. Hazard can so cleverly bypass the press. And Yamal. Valverde. Rafinha gets a good foot in there. 15 minutes till half-time. Camavinga deals with that comfortably. Jorginho. And he's worked it through. He's shifted. Mbappe! Hazard. Driving forward. And here's De Bruyne. Robertson is there and he can get that clear. Now it's Hazard. A heavy challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Now that's well seen too. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. And he's been shifted off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. And the shot! The captain scores!
Yeah, the captain has gone further up in everyone's estimation after an opener as wonderful as that. The manager will be reviewing his half-time message now.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have our breakthrough.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Kamavinga, and it's Alexander-Arnold. Some really good ball movement. Chance for a shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Threads one in.
There they go, hunting again.
Tries to pass it through. That looks a cracking ball. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And it's half-time here. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Indonesia are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And the second half gets underway.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Pass somewhat off target. Indonesia are looking to break at pace. And back to the keeper. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Sönchu. And it's Van Dijk. More and more pressure on the ball here. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Mbappe. Kamavinga. Indonesia finding their passes. Oh, what a ball! Serginho gets into some space.
A beautifully...
Oh, shooting chance! Van Dijk gets good distance on it. Shot could be on, and the shot! That has ended up in no man's land. Mbappe, and here's De Bruyne. Being still separated by the game's only goal. Vardiol, and it's Serginho. He's on it, it's Kane! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Sönchu. Mbappe. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a shade optimistic.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
So,
13
time for changes on
será
both sides,
reemplazado
actually.
por El dorsal 8. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Rafinha. Indonesia are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. This looks promising. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
And here's Mbappe.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And here's Ferran Torres. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Tries to play it through. Shot, surely!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Now it's De Bruyne. Who's looking wide. And he's straight offside. Now it's Osimhen. Out to the left it goes. Serginho receives it in a good... He's having a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Serginho really should have done better there. I just hope for his sake that he doesn't live to regret that.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal
Madrid
14,
are able now to
el
make their
dorsal
substitution.
18,
It's been on the cards
el
for
dorsal
a few
20,
moments now.
El dorsal 17 serán sustituidos por el dorsal 3. El dorsal
Now it's
9,
Osimhen.
el
Now it's De
dorsal
Bruyne.
15, el
Jimenez
dorsal 11,
spots it and
Messi.
intercepts. Cleared without complication. Osimhen. And he's worked it through. De Bruyne! It's off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Indonesia have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. And the counter is on. Indonesia still ahead by the game's only goal. Out towards the flank. Good read, needed to be.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Foot in.
They've got to be quick moving this forward. They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He might be in here. Messi.
Habrá
Oh,
3
good
minutos de
read.
descuento.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chance! Oh, it's hit the post. Good challenge, excellent challenge. That's a sharp pass. Well timed, excellent interception. And that is that. Indonesia have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Indonesia.
It is a sea of red and white. Ajax, of course, the principal club here in Amsterdam. The club that unites this city. The club with such proud heritage and history and so many honours, continental and domestic. It is a supercharged atmosphere. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Ajax have opted for a 4-5-1 formation, it appears, Jim.
Well, this setup, Peter, can be...
Shapes to shoot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
Mbappe just eases him off the ball. Decent progress down the left. Can he get onto this? Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Rice, good purposeful running this. And the pass is intercepted. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
This guy, Declan Rice, is a player I really rate. With him, you get exactly what it says on the box. A workhorse defensive midfielder who likes to stay in the deeper...
Fletcher! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. De Bruyne. And it's De Bruyne. Played out to the left flank. Serginho flings in across. Now it's Mbappe. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he was quick to react.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Hakimi makes the interception. And here's Mbappe. Camavinga. That pass has been well intercepted. Schneider. Oh, that's well spotted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Sönchu. Serginho promptly onto that, and that is that. Rice. Ajax upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
A lot of space ahead of him. Sönchu defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Serginho, can he finish? A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Serginho can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Mbappe. And this is De Bruyne. And that looks a decent ball. De Ligt kept his eye on it, and he's there. De Bruyne is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. Quickly taken. And it's Serginho. Camavinga. Now De Bruyne. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Good read, needed to be. Camavinga. Now it's Kane. Now it's De Bruyne.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Played out to the right. Tries to cross. Now it's Rice. Fletcher. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Van Dijk. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, this is a great position.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That'll be a throw-in. Oh, good steal. He just read it. And he's managed to get free. Camavinga. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
here we go again then.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
No foul, says the referee. Kane. And it's Schneider. Now it's Mbappe. Real chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Camavinga does really well to win the ball there. Can he get on the end of this? And he welcomes it in. Big chance!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Schneider looking for the run. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Camavinga takes a shot! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. To square things up. We're level. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
The goal scorer for Indonesia after 60 minutes is
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Yamal. Darren Fletcher. Referee has just said play on. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. Serginho in acres of space out wide. Schneider. And it's Fletcher. Camavinga. Now it's Kane. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Darren Fletcher. Rice. Hakimi. And this is Schneider. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Mbappe, pinches it off him.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
He is through here. De Bruyne. Aimed beyond the defence. Aimed into... Goes for the header! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Oh, look, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
And it's De Bruyne. Can he get it through? Oh, super ball! He's had a shot! He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react.
Shot, surely! And he hits the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Oh, that was vital.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Schneider, Mbappe is onto this. An uncompromising challenge. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal.
Minute has been
And it had to
indicated.
be. Knocks it into space, and he's picked it up out wide. And claimed it back swiftly. Great ball if he can get there. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, just skips past his man. Hakimi. He came in hard, very hard. Well, that is one way to stop him. Oh, he's found support out wide. Yamal receives it in a wide position. He's having a shot! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Everyone waited for the cross. That's at the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end. Momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Indonesia absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Di sahur hari kedua. Terima kasih. Bye-bye.